Meteorologist Jeremy Lawan joins us in the backyard now. Jeremy, we've been talking about cold temperatures for, it seems like forever. But that may be changing in the upcoming week ahead.
Yeah, we do have temperatures expected to be above average as soon as Tuesday, so just hold out a little bit longer. I know it's been a long stretch. Yeah. Hold off. We're almost there, Jack. We're almost there. This has been the worst roller coaster ride ever. We finally made it to the dip. Now we're on the way up. Tomorrow, temperatures will be warmer than they were today. Of course, this weekend was the coldest weekend so far all season. And as we head into Tuesday, again, temperatures slightly above the freezing mark. We definitely deserve that. Now, as I said, it's the coldest we've seen so far this season, and these morning low temperatures were below zero. We got down to -3 here in Scranton, 5 below in Mount Pocono, same for Binghamton, 11 below up in Elmira. Wellsboro clocked in a -4 for this morning, and Williamsport started off the day at 0 degrees, same for Selinsgrove. We hit that -3 sometime between 7 and 8 a.m., dropped down to -3, then back up to -2 at 8 o'clock on the dot, and then slowly rose up to big mighty 10 degrees as a high temperature today. So as far as highs, they were brutal. Only got to 6 degrees in Mount Pocono. 16 was the high in Williamsport. 17 was the high for Selinsgrove. And that 10 here in Scranton tied the record coldest high temperature. So we take a lot of different measurements in meteorology. We forecast for the maximum temperature of the day, the minimum temperature of the day, and sometimes we hit a minimum record. So it's the coldest low temperature or the coldest or the hottest high temperature. But this time we hit the coldest high temperature. So the minimum high temperature ever recorded on this date was 10 degrees. That was back in 1934. That's exactly what we hit today, 27 degrees below average, and we did break a record today. The record cold high temperature for this date in Mount Pocono is also 10 degrees from 1936, and we only hit 6 degrees. So that is a colder high temperature than what we hit back in 1936. That's a new record in the books, and we tied the record for Avoca. It was hard to break or tie that record. 4 degrees as a high back in 1895 for Williamsport. We hit 16 as a high. And it's still cold and it's still breezy. This is the live view of the Wilkes-Barre camera reef, using this as a metric for windiness because the shaking indicates that breeze. And yes, it's still coming out of the north at 14 miles per hour, making 4 degrees feel like -14. It's currently 0 on the dot in Storuca. Same for Lopez. We're at 3 in Forkston, 2 below for Thornhurst, 3 in Forkston. It is just brutally cold with the added winds sustained 20 to 40, gusting up to 49 in Mount Pocono, up to 36 in Scranton. We're currently sustained right now at 32 miles per hour in Mount Pocono. So when you factor in the winds, the temperatures in the single digits are feeling more like -28. It's feeling like 1 degree in Honesdale, feeling like -1 in Williamsport, and feeling like just 2 degrees in Stillwater. Now, as we go throughout the rest of the night tonight, as you saw, temperatures that are wind chills are nearing -30. That's why some of those spots in the Poconos where the winds are most magnified, that's where we're seeing an extreme cold warning still in effect until tomorrow morning for Carbon and Monroe counties. The rest of us in a cold weather advisory because those feels like temperatures will dip -5 to -15 tonight. Still breezy on our hilltops, gusting up to 45 miles per hour in Mount Pocono. The rest of us expecting gusts from 20 to 40. And then by tomorrow morning, starting to see those winds die back across central Pennsylvania and even into the valley cities. And they finally die back for the mountains by tomorrow evening, and by midnight, Monday into Tuesday, things will be much quieter. So wind chills slowly getting better. We were feeling like below 0 the entire day today. Same for tonight. By tomorrow afternoon, feeling like slightly above 0. And by tomorrow evening, we could be feeling like 15, 20 degrees, which is a lot better than what we've been this past weekend. Those highs tomorrow, much better than today, will be in the mid to upper 20s. By Tuesday, we'll be closing in on 35 for spots in the southern tier, even in Scranton. By Wednesday, similar story, temperatures in the low 30s to mid 30s in the valley cities, down through Schuylkill County. We take a bit of a dip on Thursday, but at least it's warmer than it has been. We'll be in the mid to upper 20s, if not touching near the freezing mark. Now tonight it'll be clear and cold. Tomorrow starting off the day with sunshine, then we see clouds fill in throughout the afternoon. Then we're tracking the few snow showers possible. Quick hitters, very isolated to scattered. Tuesday morning and then again Tuesday afternoon. I don't expect much accumulations, but there could be some reduced visibility out there and maybe a few flurries extending into Wednesday as well. There's your 7-day forecast. We finally get above the freezing mark on Tuesday after an 18-day long stretch of temperatures below 32. And Jack, if you need something warm thoughts to look forward to. Of course, Valentine's Day is next weekend. That's a warm thought. But 1 month from today, we turn those clocks ahead an hour, and our sunset will be 7:01.
Jeremy, brighter days
Yes.
and nights are certainly
And
ahead.
warmer ones, too.
And warmer ones. You're right about that. Jeremy, thank you very much.
Yep.